Oopsie. Make it up. All right, thank you. Hi. Okay, this phone is not gonna give me a problem today. Okay. Hey, how are you? If you can hear me, can I get someone to let me know if my audio is okay? Hi. Can you guys share the live so that we can spread the word? Okay, you can hear me. Great, thank you. I'm so tired today. Okay, great. How are you doing? Is it slip side? Slip side. Okay, thank you. Can you guys share the live? Because you guys already know the knowledge book. But if you don't have the knowledge book, please get the knowledge book. Because we're only reading to share the message to people that we're in the resurrecting period. But this book is written in photon cyclone energy. That's time and light frequency. And this book, the moment you start reading it, it starts reading you. All the thoughts that form in your head goes up to the central system, and they analyze and supervise your thoughts, and then they guide you through your dream states as well as downloads to disperse any confusion or doubt or fear that exists, right? So if you haven't gotten the book, you really, really have to get it. I'm only reading it so that everybody would know that there is the knowledge book that is for our golden age period. But I'd wish everybody would have the book. Because then if everybody has the book, then I'm done. I don't have to read anymore, right? I'm not reading it because I want to read it. I like to share knowledge. But really the main focus is for everybody to get the book so that they can be supervised and assessed. But not everybody also needs a book. Some people are so awoken to that level that, But for those that, it's still good to have, right? Okay. I'm gonna start soon. All right. So I'm continuing with chapter fascicule number 2 that we left off from last time. Because it was so heavy that day, I felt like I was gonna collapse. So it's 7 pages, and then maybe we'll continue one more page maybe. There was something else that I wanted to read. What is it asking me to do? I don't know what it's asking me to do. Okay. Should I start? You want to come live, Hair Organics? Organics? It says invite you to go live. Let me know. You don't want to Google? Yeah, it's fine. It's just that the excerpts of the book and the introductory fascicules will be found on the Mevlana Essence Nucleus group. You can't get the book anywhere. You have to literally go through the website and get a contact of a council that is in your country or nearby country. And then they will ship you the book. Somebody, I think, has it on Amazon, but he's selling it for $400 and something. That is not us. I don't know who that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it just said, it says invite you to go live. It is, so the Knowledge Book is written in photon cyclone energy, and it is the book for the golden age, what you call the resurrecting, or others call the resurrecting, what in the Islamic religion called the Sirat. So we're being judged as we are, judge is not the word, we're being examined as we are alive. And it is for us to attain universal consciousness and God consciousness. The period of religion is over. So yeah, we're in what people are calling a Christ consciousness. Basically, you are a higher version of yourself. We are only a beamed conscious level in this avatar, but our higher version exists outside of this dimension, and we're in the process that we have to increase our frequency so that when everything happens, we can be beamed out. If our frequency is too low, we're going to be stuck here, and here is going to be literally really, really bad, because the earth itself is increasing the vibration. The lower earth and the higher earth shift is taking place. Alrighty. Right, I'm going to start. All right. Bismillah. Notice to our friendly brothers and sisters, do not leave your fate in the hands of others. Pay attention to the messages we will give to you. We call out to those of you who receive the utterances of Allah. The medium you are in is equivalent to the medium you will be in. Our missionaries will see its good results. Who will see its good results will assist you at every point. Here we will not talk about the past centuries, but the future ones. The medium you are in is a medium that has remained far behind the civilization. We have never reproached you, and we will never reproach you either. You have turned your world into a medium of resignation, which means that it basically has come to an end. This is the reason why you cannot make an advanced step forward. People's spirits are asleep, and therefore the earth is also asleep, or the earth that they belong in is also asleep, because people are not vibrating. They're not raising their frequency. They're spiritually dead. That's what we call the zombies. Today, faith, the problem of centuries, is of no use but to give humankind serenity and happiness. So you need a bit more than faith in this day and time. Beyond this, the divine mechanism of the Lord functions at great pace. What you believe in is what we believe in. Those who love and those who are beloved are by our side. And this is our celestial families talking to us. You call them angels, prophets, sages, supreme ones, the council of loyal ones. But they've received the command from Allah to bring this book to us. And every book that was given was for a level of awakening, right? Some books was for us to know God. Some book was for us to love ourselves. This book is for us to gain God consciousness, like universal knowledge, cosmic knowledge, self-aware. I'm sorry, Jacoy, I cannot accept your offer at the moment. I have to go through the book. If you have a question, I'll wait for you to write it here. Then I can reply you. Beyond this, the divine mechanism of the Lord functions at a great pace. What you believe in is what we believe in. Those who love and those who are beloved are by our side. Our spiritual friends have shed light on you until today. From a certain medium, connections has been established instantly with those who have been purified. Humankind has chosen its options itself. Sorry, I have to put my... Okay, am I back? So when they're talking about our spiritual friends, they're talking about the prophets and the sages and the saints, those that reincarnate here to bring us high frequency knowledge, to wake up our inner sleeping soul, because we're in a zero world frequency. Our world, even though it is vibrating at a higher frequency now, it's like a zero world frequency. Here, the laws of our Lord are valid. There are no privileges to all the racist people out there. There is no favoritism. Whatever you have possessed until today has been the fruits of your own endeavors. So you're going to reap what you sow. Whatever is in your conscious and subconscious mind, all your thought frequencies, is going to serve on the scale. And the karma is going to balance out. If it weighs down and is too heavy because it's polluted, you're going to reincarnate. And the next time you come here, it's getting worse every time, and you're going to call it hell, because even here right now for a lot of us is hell, because you can see that it's hell for a lot of people, all the chaos that's going on and all the disagreeable beings that are polluting this world. So you don't want to reincarnate here. If you're feeling like you're superior, or if you feel like you can treat somebody bad, or you feel like you can cheat someone, or you have no regards for humanity and creation, the trees and the waters and all that stuff, you're gonna reincarnate here, and it is gonna be brutal until you learn your lesson, because you cannot come out of the firmament unless you are light, literally, right? Because dense matter can't get out. Okay, now we would like to talk to you more openly. The one you worship is the one we worship. We do not accept any supreme one other than him. We owe our existence to him. And we know who we're talking about, the Almighty, the Absolute. Apart from this, we do not want conditioned minds, right? If you're not able to change with the times that are changing and the changing of times, if you're not able to receive new knowledge because your mind is blocked by your old knowledge and your social medium and your religious medium, and your own ideologies, and you're not able to bring in new knowledge and assimilate it and change, because every knowledge is a frequency. Listen, every knowledge you receive is a frequency, right? And it vibrates through all the nanoparticles of your body and changes you. That's why people go to church and read their Bible and read their Quran. Sorry, not the Bible. The Old Testament, Psalms of David, New Testament. And the religions of the Far East and the teachings of Buddha and Krishna. They go to it because the knowledge they receive changes your frequency. If there's any negative attachment, it sends it far away and brings light within them, right? Every knowledge you receive is a frequency, whether through music, whether through an insult, it's a frequency, and you know how it makes you feel once you receive it, right? All right, so Apart from this, we do not want conditioned minds. So being conditioned will always be an impediment for you. The command of God exists even in the smallest work you do. That means nothing we do is by chance. Everything we do is orchestrated, right? And if you think about that everything you do has a command of God in it, then wouldn't you want to do the best, most loving, most pure, kindest version of it? Right? You deviate with your age-old conditioned thoughts and you deprive yourself of this beautiful effect. Your frequencies cannot be supervised on the required level for this reason. So you yourself have to bring yourself to a level for them to lend helping hands to you, to assist you to salvation, to your resurrecting, right? You have to bring yourself to a level. If you're deep, deep down in the dark well, you have to bring yourself at least to the top. You have to work on yourself because you're responsible for your own salvation. And once you reach that certain level, then our celestial families lend a helping hand to you, right? All right. Your frequencies cannot be supervised on the required level for this reason. Here, the era of religion has long been over, in fact, centuries ago. So we are in the golden age. We are in the cosmic awareness. We are in the universal consciousness. We are in the Christ consciousness. We are not in the phases of religion. Like I said, that was another school of evolvement that we had to go through. A lot of people are still stuck there. But if you're a genuine human in your medium of religion, and what I mean by genuine human, that you're not just going to church or the mosque or performing all your cultural and religious rituals just for the sake of trying to attain heaven. But if you're actually a genuine human in your religious medium where you're kind, loving, truthful, loyal, trustworthy, humble, tolerant, patient, all that good stuff, genuinely within your heart and your soul, there is a medium outside of here that you are accepted to. And from that medium on, which you call heaven, from that medium on, you are upgraded to other higher dimensions, right? People think that heaven is it. And when you go to, no, there's way more higher dimensions than heaven. Heaven is like a way better earth where you don't have anything to worry about and you're super happy and you have no illness. But there's other dimensions, way more other dimensions outside of that. That is more knowledge attained, telepathy, meeting way higher councils, great supreme ones, like creating your own universes, like I said last time, like really good stuff outside of that. But heaven is a way better version of here, and everybody should at least aim for that. But I'm aiming for more. Okay, however, it is very difficult to get through to you. This is quite outside your capacity. For this reason, all the commands have always been given to you through the path of the divine realm. All the commands, meaning all our religious books and the knowledge book. Each religion was given to you from the same plane, that is, from the plane of God, being subject to the same frequency. Each religion is subjected to the same frequency, the frequency of God. An awakening, attaining God knowledge within yourself. But now we are in the process of attaining self-awareness, self-consciousness, knowing that you are a supreme, you are a divine, you are a universal being. A lot of people think that, oh, they're born on earth and then one day they'll go to heaven if they do good and they die. This era that we're in is to let you know that your higher self, your essence, is outside of this planet long time ago, and your conscious mind is beamed into this avatar for whatever purpose, whether you didn't learn your lesson in your past previous lives or whether you are a star seed to raise the frequency of your fellow brothers and sisters on this planet. But this book, this era, this golden age that we're in is for you to gain your cosmic consciousness, your cosmic awareness, your cosmic knowledge. Okay. All right. Okay, so each religion was given to you from the same plane, that is from the plane of God, being subject to the same frequency from the enlightenment channels to put the course of events on your world into order. Right? But humankind has conditioned itself in the direction of the religion that its enlightened guide disseminated. Due to its ego, it has disparaged its other brothers and sisters. People thinking their religion is the right and truthful one and everybody else's religion is wrong, forgetting that all religions and enlightenments came from that one supreme God, that one alpha channel, and that nobody worship anybody else but God or Allah. Actually, the essence of the 5 books that has the same meaning. Actually, the essence of the 5 books has the same meaning and the same utterances of God. These books were not given to you to separate you. This attitude of yours has prevented us from making contact with you until today. We could never supervise your frequencies, excluding our exceptional friends, sages and saints. Negative currents your ego transmits have brought your world into the present bottleneck. We have extended our helping hands to our friends whose hands we will hold. The human does not become a human by prostrating or by idolatry. Do not be the servant of a servant. Right? Do not be the servant of a servant. There is no superiority amongst all creations. There is only one that is superior. So if you are worshiping someone, hoping for your salvation, you are a servant of a servant. If you are loving this created body and you are losing your essence, you're a servant of a servant, because you're falling a servant to the physical body and not your higher self. Nobody can save you except for yourself. You have to put in the effort. You have to find the knowledge. You have to be in the right frequency to receive the knowledge. I tell you, I've gone through a lot of school of thought before I got the knowledge book. I was thrown into fasting. I was just, in December, I was like a feather. It's like a whole bunch of things were just going on. I didn't even know. I was just fasting. I don't know, so much realization. It's not like I've not been awakened. It's just that for me to attain this frequency, a lot of filth had to come out of me. That included the food that I was eating, right? We have extended our helping hands to our friends whose hands we will hold. The human does not become a human by prostrating or by idolatry. Do not be the servant of a servant. Do not forget that your enlightening guides who have enlightened you are each a human as well. However, do not fail to revere them either, for they are the friends who guide you on the path of light. So if your enlightened guides were humans, that means that you have the potential to be great as well and enlighten others, right? Do not behave hesitantly towards us and never create taboos around us. We too are the servants of God. Everybody's a servant of God. There's no superiority. However, we are only your great elder brothers. Run away from superstition. Run towards light. Your superstitious thoughts block your speed of light. All your unhappiness is due to your minds not being able to be liberated. Uncondition your minds, yo. Open your third eye, yo. Don't be afraid of nothing, yo. People are afraid of death. Death doesn't exist. You are a universal being. You are immortal being. This is just an avatar. We come in different avatars all the time, right? All the people that are claiming, well, black is superior and white is superior and we have melanin and we rule the world. And okay, but your previous incarnation, you probably probably was a cat. You were probably a cat, because the animal stage is also another evolution period before you attain the humanoid state, right? Provided you can get rid of the negative trash there, then happiness is yours. If you can get rid of the trash that you have plugged up in there, all the doubts, all the fear, all the confusion, all the jealousy, all the trauma, all the hurt, all the hate that you have in there, all the ego, if you can clear that clutter out and go from the allness to the nothingness back to the allness again, right? Our suggestions until today have always been for your good. Perhaps those of you who have not been able to get rid of their doubts inside them may misunderstand us. And this is true. When I started the book, when I was going through when I first got the book and I was reading it, I had to try to make sense of my previous knowledge and assimilate it with this new knowledge. And I was like, nah, I don't like this. No. You know, but as you read this book, that's what I'm telling you, everybody has to get their copy of the book. Like, you listening to me read is just for you to say, I need a copy of that book. That's all I want. You have to get the book. It literally clears your doubts, because as you are reading, your thoughts are being supervised. And as we sleep, and if you're conscious enough, as you are awake, you get downloads. But if not, as you sleep, your essence and your spirit and your mind and your pineal gland is supervised, and information is given to your spirit. Your higher self gives you clues and information, and you wake up and you go back to the book, and then things make more sense, and then all that little clutter that you had clogged up in you is cleared up, and then, you know, you just become more light, right? Pure essence hearts and pure spirits are always under the control of the mechanism here. We always help them, provided that they do not let any negative thoughts arise in their intellect. Their frequencies will always be coded here. Those very things that have led you up to here have been worship and love of God. Worship is a beautiful thing. In that medium, all spirits are purified from malevolence. By this means, you rise up to the plane of God, right? That's what I was talking about, genuine worship, not just going to church because you're afraid to go to hell and you're afraid of God. It's not about that. It's really about that love for God, and that love. You can't have love for God if you don't love your brothers and sisters. That's a taboo. If all of you go into church and you see someone in genuine depression and you can't help them, or you don't want to help them because, you know, you have to protect your house and all that stuff, you're not really genuine. I mean, this discernment, right? A lot of people are violent, but in terms of just like thinking that you're so holy and your ways are so perfect and righteous and everybody else is beneath you, that's what I'm talking about. God has given this power to you. For this reason, learn to fly without any assistance, y'all. Astro travel. And this occurs by liberating yourself from condition. God is with you. Our love is for all our brothers and sisters in the entire universe. Pen of the Golden Age. Our friends, during your most difficult periods, you have come to us with your hands and spirits extended towards God. And now we too have come to help you during these difficult periods. I just want to mention, if anybody's asking questions, I'm sorry. I have had reincarnations. I wake up into a new form. You die to, yeah, exactly. Right. Sorry, trying to get your name, but my eyesight is not that great. Our friends, during your most difficult periods, you have come to us with your hands and your spirit extended towards God. And now we too have come to help you during this difficult period of yours. I want to mention something. Time is not linear. This book and all the books have all existed simultaneously. They are just delivered to us in the order that they're supposed to be delivered. So a lot of people are saying, this is the next book. No, they're all one. They all existed simultaneously. Just like a universe is created with all its inhabitants, this book exists all simultaneously. It's just when they reach us. In the plane of the Most High, they're all there. Right? It's just when they reach us is when they reach us. But they're all created simultaneously. The preeminent, all-merciful has prepared everything so beautifully that there will not be the slightest disruption in the system that will function both in nature and in the universe. As a matter of fact, all your evolutions since your existence until today have been kept in our archives. The Akashic records. Your brain is such a sensitive device that if you remembered your entire past, you would annihilate yourselves. That's why we get that amnesia when we come through, right? We can only attain so much memory when we're here, but yeah, like if I was to remember all my past deaths, I'll just die right now. Be like, oh fuck. For this reason, we act according to the law of graduation. Most of you have remembered lots of things you knew in the past. Some of you still keep them hidden in your brain layers. They're all here, just that we haven't tapped into it, right? It's the third eye awakening that requires all that. And my friend Robert has a DMT for that. The law of graduation is what I wanted to touch on. Every spirit guide, every enlightened one, every light brother and sister that was sent here. Every knowledge that we have received from since we came here is part of the law of graduation. So people are stuck into one medium that they received a particular knowledge and they thought this is it. That's the only knowledge. There's no other knowledge. We are in the process of the law of graduation. Everything goes through the law of graduation. Even life itself is a law of graduation. You're born, you grow, you die. You go to school, grade 1 to PhD, graduation. Everything. The day, the night, how they transition, graduation, all the merge, all the interminable things that happen, right? So anyone that is stuck in a particular medium, just understand that it's okay to attain more knowledge. It's okay to learn from the Buddhists. It's okay to learn from the Sikhs. It's okay to learn from the Muslims. It's okay to learn from the Christians. It's okay to read the knowledge book for the cosmic influences for the day and time that we're in. But do not ever forget that you are being awakened from your sleep by being enlightened by the helping codes. This is the same for our brothers and sisters on every continent. This is the reason why all the religious books that have mentioned the resurrection period until now have enlightened and prepared you for a certain medium, right? There were stages. There were stages to prepare us for a certain medium. I think I should because every time I say something, then the next line is exactly what I just said. Now we should be ready for that period. For we are at the moment are experiencing that period. We are in the resurrection period. Bro, I remember I used to tell my husband, I'm like, I want to be here when Jesus comes. I want to be here for the judgment day. And he'd be like, you don't want to be here for that. It's going to be super crazy. Like, I want to be here. Not knowing that was my higher self, who received their scroll or their mission for the exact period. No wonder I was excited to be here because I was going to be here, but my higher self knew that, and my physical self was just like, I want to be here. Yeah, well, now I'm here, so it is what it is. And I actually signed up for it. I need to get paid. This is the reason why all the religious books that have mentioned the resurrection period until now have enlightened and prepared you for a certain medium. Now we should be ready for that period, for we are at the moment experiencing that period. This is just a time to be hand in hand. This is the time for unity, y'all. This is the time to remove all the barriers, all the discrimination. It's not you that put it there, but you certainly, didn't push it out, but it's not your fault. The frequencies and the low vibration waves that put all those barriers there were pretty thick, and to even be awakened from that is a massive victory for our celestial family, for our creator, for the ordinance, right? Our possibilities are limitless, but do not ever forget that we are making greater efforts than you to save you. One day all our human brothers and sisters will attain the consciousness of this. We work with this hope. Everything you have has been put into order. Health is under control. However, we hold the hands of our friends who extend their hands to us. You know what I mean? You have to put in your effort, right? You have to want contact. You have to want to get out there. Once you want to get out there, the help is given to you, because the universe and our creator is not cruel. You know what I mean? He's not cruel. Our love is for the entire universe, our brothers and sisters. Light. This was written by Light. Not sure which light. There are quite a few lights, but maybe when they all combine and they're one. Notice to our brothers and sisters, our friends. Events that manifest, could be Prophet Muhammad. He's known as the Nur of Allah, so it could be him. Peace be upon him. Our friends, events that manifest in varying ways in each person have, in fact, an extraordinary state. Events that manifest in varying ways in each person, have an extraordinary state. Everyone cannot communicate with angels, and neither can you come to us. Can you come to this state by requiring it? That means that you don't need to be like a super something like, all perfect and all this before you come to them. Like, not everybody can talk to angels, right? But you have to put in the effort. They're just asking for you to push and put in the effort to be a genuine human, right? For this reason, pioneer beings who will assist you are sent out from here by us. They regulate your frequency levels based on whatever code adjustments your frequency rise to. We begin to work from that determined point. They're waiting for you to get to a level, right? Our entire planet has actually gotten to that level. That's why we're in that state now. If we were not in that state, if we were not in the state where resurrecting, the awakening of our sleeping spirits, if we were not in that state, we would not be receiving this book, because they assess where we're at, right? We're in that state. That means that we've actually risen to a level. And you hear about the 5D, 5D, 5D. When did all that come in? Like a couple of years ago, when they try to cover it up with COVID and separate us and oppress us so that we'll drop back into a low frequency so they can control us, right? But we rose above that. Yay, truckers. Okay. The results we get from this is your actual quote and your actual existential self, which is your essence that has all your previous incarnations in your existence, right? So once you get to that level, then it's like a light bulb goes off in the ships, and it's like, oh, this person is awake now. It's like the Matrix, basically, right? You know the Matrix? Neo was searching. He was on the quest, right? So you have to be asking questions. Something will be pulling you, like you want to know something is missing. Neo was on the quest, right? Then what happened? Because he was on the quest and he wanted to know something, he felt empty. He felt like this is not it. Something else is up, and he was on that quest, right? And he was like in front of the computer all the time, just, come on, man. And then what happened? A helping hand, his light guide came through. Hello, Neo. Something, you've been waiting, blah, blah, blah. Right? And then he was brought into the consciousness. Saw the Matrix for what it was. None of it was real. But yeah. Okay, so the results we get from this is your actual quote and your actual existential self. The quote is the highest dimension of something. So your actual quote is like the highest level of evolvement that you have reached, like your highest consciousness that you have reached in your entire existence. That comes up, like that blinks up, and you're like, oh, that's that person, right? And your actual existential self, right? Your essence, your spirit. Then your state of awareness is taken in hand, right? Your awareness. Your previous incarnations are supervised. Previous incarnations, your immortal beings, one by one, and your identity is investigated in the files kept in the archives. So now they go in and they want to know all about you and what you've done and all that stuff, right? Who are you? What are you? I should just keep reading. And how many times have you been incarnated? After determining all of these, your actual personality is contacted. Your essence, right? During this period, the 14 apostles in the Supreme Assembly begin to take care of you. You have to wake up yourself. You have to resurrect yourself right now in here. It's not when you die. If you die, you have not resurrected and gained cosmic knowledge here, you're going to incarnate back to this. The resurrection is happening now. Right. They help you on the divine path. They prepare you in order for you to be able to enter the purification medium. This is a very critical period. You either remain on Terra permanently or continue on the path of light. Why would you want to remain here permanently? You know here is going to turn into hell. Or you continue on ascending upwards into higher dimension on the path of light. Path of light means knowledge. Knowledge gives you light. Then the more knowledge you get, you become light because you are knowledge. Those who are accepted to the presence are introduced to special people. They receive help with every step they take, and they are protected. As a matter of fact, we have taken care of each one of you one by one in this period. From now on, each one of you, not special people, each one of you. From now on, the time has come for the allotment of missions. And here it is beneficial to indicate that missions are given only to trustworthy people that will not manipulate it and turn into a religious dogma and become superior and sit there and want people to worship them because they think that they've attained knowledge, rather than giving the knowledge to the people. Like I said, go get your own book. I'm only reading it so that you can see how important it is for you to go get it, so that you can be assessed. Even the fact that you're listening to this, all the fogs and all the thoughts and all the is all being analyzed. But it's better for you to get your own book, right? Okay. With other groups of friends, only our conversation connections continue. Everyone who receives the command of mission is an emissary of the divine realm from then on. They are put on the path to be given from intense knowledge. Listen, this is so real. Like, for my entire existence, and it's even more like vivid as I'm growing and maturing, I should say, that I just want to elevate people. I want people to be happy. I want people to be confident. I want light in people, and I want to help with that. I always wanted that. My husband always said, you're going to be a teacher, and the time is coming, just wait for it, and I've always like, what is it that I'm going to teach? I kind of had a sense of what I was going to teach. So like in the last year, 2022, I started posting videos about, first my videos was about all the anger that, exists in the world, all the injustice that's happening. And then I talked to myself and I was like, I don't want to feel so much anger and hate. How do I get rid of that? And mine was towards like the Black people being like shut down, and the enslavement and the stealing of the natural resources and all that stuff. And I said, how do I remove that hate? Because I don't want to be that person. I don't like it. It hurts. And I understand why it hurts, but I don't want to hate anything. And then the message came to me that if you trust that nothing happens by chance, that everything is part of the system, that everything is part of the plan of the Most High, then where do you stand passing judgment? Where do you stand harboring hate? Right? Where do you stand putting barriers? If you know that the Most High is in control of everything, even the so-called devil is created and given a task, a mission by the Most High to put us through trials, then where do you stand? Don't you understand that everyone that is committing any kind of crime, they have their own judgment and examinations to answer for? It is not your place to hate or hurt. You can send positive healing to yourself because you've witnessed something so horrible. Send positive healing to the family because they've experienced something so horrible, but it is not your place to have that hatred. And once I got through that stage, it was like one night, but it was like a pushing of the question. And then one night, all of it cleared up, right? And I was much more happier. And I was able to attain love vibration in my heart way more. And I didn't wish harm on anybody anymore. I just wish that there would be peace and that all the evil would just, leave our realm and we can all live happily together because we are all from the one creator, and I got to that stage and I was super happy. Now you can imagine that at some point the knowledge book came to me because I had removed that thing that this matrix is trying to put in our hearts, that hatred that they're trying to put between each other, right? Okay, so all right, so everyone who receives the command of mission is an emissary of the divine realm from then on. They are put on the path to be given more intense knowledge. The supreme one of whichever religion you have sympathized with on the road level is sent to you to help you. So Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Mustafa, peace be upon them. For example, our light friend Jesus Christ guides the Christian realm, and our light friend Muhammad Mustafa guides the realm of Islam, right? And they enlighten you on this path and also on numerous other subjects. They're your teachers, right? Through the knowledge you obtain by this means, your intergalactic connections begin. Intergalactic connections. Right? This is the resurrecting. You have to be purified in order to get out of this meat, because the universe doesn't like dirt. Anything that is dirty, that has low vibration, is casted down to this hell right here. So if you want to get out, guess what you have to do? Right. These connections are performed by way of radio waves through a computer system. And we think that we're smart. We forget that everything that we're learning is because it's out there and we get to tap into it, and then we create radio and television and cell phones. Our friends but that's the thing too, the religious mediums, they have a hard time accepting that outside of here is technological and mechanical. They expect it to be mysticism and spirit, and no other beings are there. They're very highly advanced, and they have better equipment than we do, and they can read your signals because it comes up on a screen, and they can connect with you telepathically because you yourself are a biological computer. You know, they're having a hard time understanding that aspect of our existence, right? Our friends who have been prepared and who have gained the trust of God in conformity with the system become a property that is an individual of the central system, right? This system enables you to get in connection with radio waves that come from outside your solar system as well. In this manner, universe secrets and gates unknown to you are opened. It is impossible for you to obtain these togetherness without assistance and in a mechanical manner. On your planet, neither your physical power nor your mechanical power permits you to pass through this prepared volume field. Right? On your planet, neither your physical power nor your mechanical power, the mechanical power I think they're referring to is these people trying to blast like what is that thing called? Missiles to the firmament, right? Your physical power, your might, and your mechanical power, right? They cannot permit you to pass through this prepared volume field. This is the reason why humankind accepts each of the numerous galaxies as being a dead planet, right? Only the brain codes that can receive the perceptions in this way can get in connection with the radio waves, right? Those who do not know these things can never comprehend how they are done. However, the power present in everyone has the quality to realize it easily, provided that the person so wants. Missionaries are personally selected from here. You have to want to be awakened. You have to want to be resurrected. You have to want to be an intergalactic being, right? And once you want, that's the quest. And then you're in search of knowledge. Helping hands are given to you. You literally wake up. I woke up one morning and went on TikTok. I had like 40 followers. You know, and this is after that whole thing that I told you that I went through with the questions and how do I remove the hate, and then with the how do I accept, and with the fasting that I got thrown in. Came on TikTok one day, and I've had like 40 followers for like a year and a half, because that's how long I had TikTok for. Came on TikTok one day and a live just showed up on my feed. Never seen a live before. And it was Robert, and he was reading a book, and I've read lots of books. I've read lots of books similar on this path. It was like a school that I had to go through. So when I heard the live, whatever he said clicked to me, and I was like, I kind of know this. Hey, what book is that? I wrote that in the comment section. Said, this is the Knowledge Book, Google the Vevlana Essence Nuclear. You shouldn't get the book unless you read the excerpts or the PDF. I'm like, okay. Left his live, went to go read the whole thing in like 2 hours, came back to the live, and I was like, I finished reading. Where do I get the book? And he was like, you have to want it. Basically, you have to want it. You have to want it. And once you want it and you want to wake up, then assistance is sent to you. And they start you off gradually because they don't want to shock your radio, your brain waves, and then you have to reincarnate back here. They slowly take you through the law of graduation, through the engraftment process when you sleep. They take you up, and then they put little stuff in there and kind of like, electrocute you a little bit in your brain to wake up all the sleeping sides and give you some knowledge. And they show themselves to you in human form so that they don't freak you out and you have all these wild dreams and all that stuff. And You wake up either tired but somehow happy, and you go through that stage until, and then you just like electronically, or a conversation with someone, a word would just fall in your head and you'd be like, that makes sense. That's how it goes. Like, we're all computer system, biological computers, right? So any one of us can be the influence of the other person's awakening. That's why you have to be very, very conscious of yourself, right? You don't want to be the one that throws somebody downwards, right? You want to be the one that uplifts somebody else into their awakening process. Okay. We can also get in connections with other friends the moment they want, both in the world medium and in the realm of meaning. Do not forget that we are your friends. We have come to open our arms to you, who are our friends. Since your unhappiness blocks your frequencies, we always give you messages of love, benevolence, beauty, and happiness. And what does the media and the government give you? War, death, hatred. And now, why do you think they're doing that? If your celestial family is giving you love, benevolence, beauty, and happiness, and the other people are giving you all this horrible stuff, because they want you to reincarnate here. They don't want you to ascend, because then they don't got nobody to feed on. They want you to reincarnate here, Okay. This issue of yours should be solved in the essence. You have to solve this issue within your heart. Otherwise, you cannot progress at all. Okay, the place to which you are connected now and are receiving messages from is the planet Nova, which lies beyond the distances of the firmament. When the time comes, we will beam you to this planet. And I know my religious families are having a hard time understanding this beaming process. Prophet Isa, Yeshua was beamed, right? Sandana was beamed out of this planet. Right? Because it's the essence, right? Is a light that's within you that leaves, right? Some people are beamed whole bodily, but they have to be really on a high frequency to be beamed with their avatar. But there's no point, because you have other avatars up there too, right? The world medium we have mentioned to you has been prepared here. From now on, connections will never cease. So we've been in direct connection with them since, I think, a few centuries ago. We have radio waves coming in, and this is what you call the awakening period. The reason why a lot of people are gaining cosmic knowledge and talking about the manifestation and being card readers and talking about I received a download and the government is this and all that stuff, it's not by chance. We're in the resurrecting period. That's the awakening. That's the Christ consciousness. That is what's happening. If you doubt anything that I've been saying, look at Am I back? Can you hear me? Okay. Look at what's happening right now. We are in the resurrection period, right? Am I back? Okay. Hold on, let me put this. I just need a comment. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, great. Togetherness will handle everything, and every deed of yours will be settled. Your actual world is here. Now you are living in a world of vision. Oh, togetherness will handle everything. Unity with ourselves, with nature, with our celestial family, with the word of the Most High, the utterances of Allah, and every deed of yours will be settled. Your actual world is here, up there. You are living in a world of vision. You only believe what you're seeing, but you should be living in the world of feeling, vibration. The place you are in is your medium of supervision. Only those who pass their examinations of this medium are accepted to the genuine medium. Right? We're on a test here. Both ourselves and your brothers and all your brothers and sisters that you can bring from your medium to this medium will be grateful to you. This is why y'all gotta get the book and y'all have to share the knowledge. Right? You don't have to go live if you don't feel comfortable going live, but you should be talking about it, posting it, Essence heart full of love from the light of heavens, our friends. So volume means magnetic attraction field. Our friends, the whole universe is within a whole. For this reason, nothing is lost here. So we exist within ourselves, right? The system they once called exist in unity was nothing but a computer timing. Setting out on this path, we will explain to you all the truths one by one. The thought of the universe is tantamount to the thought of the brain. It has been regulated accordingly. During this period, there are operating brains and waiting brains, right? Everything that you need to know is already in here, right? The waiting brains are the ones that are like still asleep and need some awakening. The operating brains are the ones that are on task, awakening and on mission. Let us describe this as follows. The occurrence is the same occurrence as when you wait your turn on a bus. Now we will give you passages from all the religious books. Buddha met his God in Masiva. Mevlana met us in the universe. Jesus Christ was sent to your world with his miracles. Holy Muhammad and Moses were sent to enlighten you through the intellect. God once created all the intellects from the same frequency, but humankind has either known or has not known how to create its own self. Creating your own self is pursuing the awakening, right? Gaining cosmic consciousness. For from the time of your first existence until today, there has been such knowledge in all the layers of your perfect brain, but you are uninformed of this. Read everything from scientific works to classical works. You will gain consciousness as you read. Your Atta said, the most genuine enlightened guide is learning. Iqra in Islam. Gabriel told Muhammad Mustafa, peace be upon him, read. Iqra, right? He was not only the enlightened guide of Turkey, but of the entire universe. His peace slogan was peace at home, peace in the all the universe. This very book is dictated through this consciousness. Peace at home, peace in the all universe. The entire universe will read this book, and one day the entire world will live happily under this beautiful roof of brotherhood and sisterhood. With our love to all our brothers and sisters in the world. Pen of the Golden Age. Let's see. What? Not done? Okay. All right. Notice to our friends, we would like to give you briefly the true interpretations of the messages you will receive from beyond Mercury. The unification of the links with links will follow the course of the flow. The offerings are given from the divine plane by divine power. Our friends who have completed the progression chain have unified their essence heart bonds with the vibrations here. Due to certain changes far beyond the firmament, there will be some interruption periods with you, even if for a short period. Now you know and comprehend this. The perceptions you receive are radioactive waves coming far beyond the lead white. Is it lead white or lead white? Lead white. However, these waves are given after they are purified in the form of spiral waves. They never shake you. Be ready for the event and do not ever be surprised about the things that will happen. So we know that we're in for some miraculous events, some horrific, but it's because our universe, our planet is being open to the universe, and is being more open and more open. The ozone layer is depleting. We know that. This is why the information and the influences that are coming in from our celestial brothers and sisters is getting to us, right? This is why we are awakening. Our friends who have gotten in contact with us will illumine you in this respect. The divine light of heavens and the utterances of the divine realm will be given to the selected friends. They will talk by way of the direct channel. Do you know why we dictate all these things? The offerings we dictate to dear Mevlana through the channel Alpha will be quite different from the offerings our other friends receive. For this book sheds lights beyond the 21st century. So this book is knowledge beyond the 21st century. Quest will unify with quest, Everyone will go through his or her evolvement in his or her own medium and will pass beyond the gates to be opened. Your goodwill is supervised by the mechanism here, right? So we'll all be united with each other based on our frequency and our missions. The sacred light, which will adorn you from the land of the loving ones, will take you to quite different mediums. We presume that our friends who receive these messages are not surprised at anything anymore. I'm not surprised at anything anymore, and I hope you're not. For now, they know what will be done and when, right? We will prepare unknown and quite different mediums for you. Happiness in the world will be a symbol you will deserve. Those who are selected are esteemed people. They will never have frustrations. And you can work on this yourself. Like when it's talking about those who are selected, it's not like, oh, I have frustrations, so I'm not selected. It's like, no, work on your frustrations. Get rid of them. Select yourself. If frustrations is what's going to stop you from being selected, then get rid of it. Hopelessness does not suit the people of this medium, and hopelessness, the state of your world in these last days, is not pleasant at all. We know that. Helping hands are being offered to you as much as possible. This is why you have to increase your frequency and your vibration so that you can easily be beamed out when it hits the fan. During these days, a great explosion of the sun is expected. These vibrations may have certain unpleasant effects on your physical constitution. This is a natural event, as it has always been in each period. That means that it has been periods of resurrecting. It is possible that the messages may be interrupted for a short duration. We dictate this so that you will not be worried. Your sunny days will be your happiest days. Let all the beauties be upon you. May you be committed to our God. Pen of the Golden Age. Our friends who believe in the immortality of the spirit know that there is no such thing as death. This is a good place to end. Death is sleeping for some time, and resurrection is to be born again. And you can be born again here, you can be born again up there. I am not coming back. Where your origin is what your essence is. Whatever you were yesterday is what you are today, meaning that your mission, your essence, however way you were coded when you were first brought into the existence of the Most High, has never changed. During each period, during each era, you possess the same personality. If you're kind, you're kind. There is no change ever in your essence gene. The change is only in your memory code. And your memory code comes from all the experiences for all the incarnations, right? Now let us all tell you how a human is prepared for death in the immortality medium. Is a ringing in my ear, my head. My head is going light. Oh, sorry, I'm getting dizzy. A special procedure is applied to our friendly missionaries whose spirit level has been risen above a certain frequency. Okay, so we're talking about the resurrection. Like if we're not beamed up with our avatar, but if we're beamed up, like if we've died here, the body remains here, and then our spirit is beamed up. Now we're going to talk about it. Now I want everybody to hear this. Now let us tell you how a human is prepared for death and the immortality medium. A special procedure is applied to our friendly missionaries whose spirit level has been risen above certain frequency. It's applied to our friendly missionaries whose spirit level has been risen above certain frequency. So increase your vibration, increase your frequency, have love in your heart, be a good person, be a genuinely good person, right? Now, we are going to tell you about this special procedure very openly and clearly for you to comprehend. Now, during the procedure of leaving, you call death in your medium, Earth, that person's essence gene is beamed. The spirit is processed at the filtration medium, and its frequency is measured. This is why you need to raise your vibration, raise your frequency. If it has attained the evolvement code, right? If you get all the check marks and ding, 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 and the light goes off, then its gene is embodied in the medium of heaven. You're given a new body in a very short time by the soul reproduction procedure, right? So your essence has all your codes, all your DNAs, like all your structures, however way you are. So they just literally give you a new body outside of your own selves, right? This means that while the person is getting his or her genuine identity, that is the essence and the new body combined, right now we are a fragment of consciousness and an earth body, right? His or her spirit claims him, her, and he. His or her spirit claims him, her, and he is resurrected. Okay, this means that while the person is getting his or her genuine identity, his or her spirit claims him or her, and she or he is resurrected, right? That's the alignment. Your higher self, right? There, 30 road years pass in a moment, 30 road years, right? So if somebody died within the last 30 years, like it's already done up there. If they achieved that evolvement, they're already doing something else. If they didn't, they either wait and get beamed back down here or whatever it is, right? There, 30 road years passed in a moment. People are resurrected without being aware of anything. No procedure is applied to those who could not attain the evolvement code. Their spirit vibrations being embodied several times develop their frequencies and evolvement in conformity with the medium. The body you claim during your final evolvement is your initial existence body, right? So no procedures apply to those that were not able to get evolved, right? So they get embodied several times back to earth again. They have to find themselves, find God, find love in their heart, become genuine human being, raise your frequency, and then whatever takes them out of this world, then if they get there, now their frequency is high, then they get in contact with your actual initial existent body, right? So the body you claim during your final evolvement is your initial existent body. So we go back to our first primal bodies, right? However, it is also beneficial to indicate the following. The most powerful apex point of a cell is between the ages 29 to 30. That is when your body is at like its prime or its best period. Genes do not change after this age. Cells begin to deteriorate and age after age 30. This is the reason why when one arrives at 30 road years, which is the actual form of the cell, the procedure of cell freezing is performed. And from then on, the person becomes immortal by remaining at the same age. Now have you comprehended the difference between death and immortality, our friends? So this is why like there's no superiority up there because we're all like brothers and sisters because we're all like the same age, 29, 30. Yeah. Anyway, I have finished chapter 2. I've done my due diligence. Fascicule 2, I should say. Now maybe I can read stuff. I can't see. Darkness is disguised under the cloak of light. Ah, yes. Thank you for the rose. Man, we're in really exciting times. I'm so glad to be here. I'm not coming back though, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to help. I guess that's why I came. Yeah, but it's really hard here. But you have to really rise above your depressions, right? Yeah. Spend time meditating. You know, talk to your higher self. Ask for guidance from your higher self and your celestial family. Let me tell you the weird thing that happened yesterday. So I was on Robert's live, and after that live was done, I went on my TikTok, like messages and notifications, and there was a message that is from me. Like, it wasn't from me, but it says Aisha Lamani. You know, like if somebody comments on your something, it says like K commented on this. If it's from TikTok, it says TikTok notification, like whatever. And then you go and you check it out. This one says Aisha Lamani, and it said, it's time for you to go live now. Our celestial families are waiting. countdown. The next message below, same thing, countdown 10 minutes. And I was clicking on it to see where it came from, but it took me straight to live. And I was like, oh my God, can I come tomorrow instead? Like, I'm not ready. Yeah, I was like, tomorrow, like, I haven't bathed yet, and 10 minutes is not enough time. I have the kids around. And that's what happened. And the joke is, I've been debating between like these two modalities of a certain program and going live. And then like I got that message. I was like, oh my God, this is so freaking cool. I was so excited. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. I'm gonna leave you guys. Hold on, let me see. There's so much. Wait, did I? Okay. Oh my God. This is my next thing to draw. So like, hold on, let me get myself bigger, small. All right. When you're writing the book, if you do the side, you have to literally draw everything. So the almighty energy focal point. I haven't read this. Well, actually, I read it some time ago, but I had to go back and start writing the book from the beginning, so I don't remember. But infinite universe on one end, whether past or negative, there's no such thing as negative, but rather balanced. Infinite positive universe on this end, and basically how the energy flows and the spiral thing, and whew, it is crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna have to draw this. I'm on, I think, 182 in my writing, and this is 198. So in like a week and a half, I'm gonna have to draw this. I'm gonna have to figure out how that's gonna work. There was a, oops. Okay, I think that's fine. There was the realm of Amun. Oh, you guys have to hear this. Okay. Love. It is answer to the chains of thought. Love gains power in accordance with the potentials of frequencies. It is a whole. It loses its power as it is divided into fragments. The description of love is subject to the value of unit of frequency. Love is a great vibration that cannot be confined to petty feelings. It's a vibration, cannot be confined to petty feelings. If you notice, we say vibration, we do not say feeling. Feelings are your bodily desires. They are not love. Love is such a vibration that its waves envelope the entire universe. Love of nature is the mirror image of a whole on you. Your life on your planet begins with your eloquence to beauty. In genuine love, there is giving. There is no reciprocation. In unselfish love, you have integrated with nature and exalted spirituality. In everything in which you expect reciprocation, there is ego. If you do good and you want something back, that's ego, because you think that the person like is lesser than you and they should pay you back, or you think that you're superior, that you should receive something back. If you think that you're one with that person, then there is no differentiation on what that element, where that element went. If it went to that person, it went to you, right? Such feelings of yours will always be temporary, as they have effect only on limited and specific field. In genuine love, the marvelous vibrations that rise in flows from you, melting in all beauty, will cause you to transcend beyond your walls of thought and cognizance. These beautiful vibrations will take you to unknown supremacies on the condition that there is no obstacle in their way. This will be your genuine happiness. The description of love is given from the essence. It is our wish that these beautiful feelings may radiate in the essence heart of everyone. Our love is upon the entire universe. So love is a vibration that exists in the whole universe. All right. Okay, thank you all for coming. Please have a peaceful and restful rest of your day or night, depending on the time zone. Sending healing, positive vibrations. Anything that has gone not according to your plan today, doesn't matter. It's done for. Don't stay in the past. Be in the present. Think about all the positive feelings in the present, right here, right now, and hope for a better future. But right now, be here right now, and channel all your superpowers and all your love frequencies right here, right now. Okay? You guys are amazing people. Our essences are from the Most High. We have infinite love in our hearts because we're created from love, because our Creator is all love and divine, and everything is just amazing, and there is no good or bad. Everything is just part of the master plan. Situation happens so that you can get the light out of that dark situation. It's not to punish you. Nobody hates you. God doesn't hate you. You just need to learn your lesson from it, and then take that formula and go shake the world and cause some love waves, right? All right, have a good night, have a restful night. Peace and love. Bye.